Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So I think it's no surprise that I am a huge fan of Dave Ramsey. Even though we disagree on things like credit cards and 30-year mortgages and dealing with some sorts of debts, overall, I have massive respect for everything he's built, and my guilty pleasure is going and watched his most controversial phone calls. And this is one of them, okay? I picked a few that really stand out as like the creme de la creme of phone calls that are so unbelievable, you won't even believe them until you hear them. And this is one of them. It's titled, I have $80,000 in debt and only make $19,000 a year. So with this, I want to comment on it as soon as you hit the like button and subscribe, because if you don't do that, you're not going to see more conversations just like this. And it's free. Thank you so much. And also a big thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring today's video, but more on that later.
Starting off this hour is going to be Houston, Texas. Rashina is with us. Hey, Rashina, how are you?
I've been better, Dave.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
By the way, these are some of the best calls that I've ever seen. These calls are from 5 years ago when Dave was a little bit more unfiltered. Now, you know, I think he's a little more like understanding of people's scenarios. Not to say that he wasn't before, but back here, he was ruthless. He really just got down to the weeds. It was just him, and he goes off on some of these people. I mean, certainly, it's for their own good because he's helping them, but it's a little more uncensored.
Everything's kind of come to a head, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm considering bankruptcy at this point.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Mm-hmm. And how much do you make a year?
I make around $19,000.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Right now, I'm a substitute teacher.
Oh, that's okay. So here's the issue, okay? She's $80,000 in debt. Substitute teacher. That doesn't sound to me like full-time work. And $19,000 a year is not enough money. She needs to be making at least minimum 35 grand a year. I guarantee if she were able to take that teaching position full-time or find a full-time job, she'd be able to make anywhere between $40,000, $45,000 a year starting, and then would be able to make and save up a little bit more money to pay down the debt. I would say the biggest issue here, right off the bat, is it's a money issue. She's just not having enough money coming in, besides the $80,000 of debt, obviously, which we'll get to shortly.
I've been subbing for about 4 years. The thing is, the money's not constant. I'm not working during the summers. I don't work during major holidays. So,
do you live on your own?
Yes.
Man, you're barely making it, aren't you, kiddo?
Wow. So the thing is, too, living on your own in Houston, Texas, on $19,000 a year, she is the epitome of frugality and making every dollar last. She doesn't have the luxury to go and spend frivolously. She can't do it. She's making $19,000 a year and supporting herself. So that right there, like going and eating out and splurging and buying nice, that's off the table.
And I have a new car loan because I couldn't pay cash.
How much do you owe on that car?
The one right now, around $5 grand.
Mm-hmm. How much is your payment?
$200 a month.
Okay. All right. Well, let's walk through this for a second, okay?
Now, here's where he's going to get to the very practical steps. This is what I love about Dave Ramsey, is that he unemotionally comes up with a plan. It's just like, if you just follow these 6 steps, you'll be okay. And that's it. It's very easy. Just do these 6 things consistently for a few years, and you're done. And I like that. It gives the caller a lot of hope.
You either keep the debt and keep the car, or you turn the car in and can get rid of that debt. Okay?
Okay.
If you want my opinion, I don't think you have a debt problem as much as you have a huge income problem.
You know, I just have to say here, this really goes to show how important continued education really is. Like for me, I've never really been the one to learn things through formal education or in a classroom, because the way I see it is that everything is already on the internet, which is why I really like today's sponsor, Brilliant. Hands down, Brilliant is the best way to learn math, data science, and computer science interactively with thousands of lessons from basics to advanced topics to choose from. For instance, not to get too crazy on you, but have you ever been thinking of something and then moments later you get an exact ad of whatever you were thinking about? Well, that's probably thanks to self-learning computer algorithms that are able to predict with extreme accuracy exactly what you're likely to purchase officer be interested in? And I was able to learn all about that and data with their lessons on chance and probability. They also have lessons on logic, data science, data analysis, AI, neural networks, probability and statistics, computer science and programming, and pretty much whatever topic you could think of, they have it with a really easy, go-at-your-own-pace interactive guide, customized to fit your needs so that you could fully understand the core principles of everything that you want to learn. I also really like how if you don't get the right answer or you're lost and you don't fully understand it, they'll show you the full explanation. So if you'd like to learn more about, for instance, retrieving data from a computer, they got you covered. And it's fun with plenty of new lessons being added every single month. Oh, and you can also get started for free for 30 days and get 20% off the price of the annual plan by going to brilliant.org/GrahamStephan or visiting the link down below in the description to get started today. And now with that said, let's get back to the episode.
How much is on these stupid payday loans?
Well, I only took out $800, but as you know, the interest rate.
Yeah, how much do you owe on the stupid payday loans?
$1,700 now.
See, this is what I love about Dave Ramsey. Just right to the point, impatient, like a Gordon Ramsay of finance. You know, Gordon Ramsay's in the kitchen yelling at his people. He's just like, no, stupid payday loan. How much is that? Like a good Judge Judy. Get right to the point. What is it? No stories. Just what is it?
You really don't have a bankruptcy problem. You've really got a debt problem. You got an income problem. So,
all right.
How much is your rent?
About $600.
$600 a month in rent in Houston, Texas. That would be interesting to see what our rent is today. I don't know if they have rent control in Houston, Texas, or if just like now the same rent is like $3,000 a month because Houston, Texas went crazy. All the appreciation, by the way, all of Texas after COVID. So many people moved to Texas. It's a very desirable spot now because of no state income tax. So I think if she could just keep her expenses the same, but make more money and put that towards her debts, oh man, she could clean her entire life up in like 5 months. Like so easy, 5 months. And almost all of this is wiped away. Dave has a great point.
I mean, if I were you, I'd start working about 80 hours a week. 90 hours a week. I'd be delivering pizzas and waiting tables and whatever else you can come up with to make money. Tutoring. I'd be tutoring my little butt off.
See, I don't understand why she's not thought of this, why she's been a substitute teacher for 4 years and has not thought about maybe I gotta make a little more money. Is it because she doesn't have the confidence to do it? Is it because she doesn't want to do those things? Is it because only now did she realize she had to do it? Does she not have anyone in her life where she could talk to him and say, hey, I need more money, and have anybody suggest anything that she could be doing to make more than $19,000 a year? It seems like even the most basic of jobs, if she puts in the time, would pay her at least minimum 35 to 40 grand a year, assuming she's just spending more of her time doing things. It's a little shocking to me and impressive at the same time. She can make it work on $19,000 a year, 4 years in Houston.
Christmas, I want you debt-free except the student loans and the car repo. You get your transcripts back. You get the payday lenders out of your life. Don't you ever go in one of those places again. They're killing you.
Yeah, they are. That's proof of that. She walked in with an $800 loan, and now she owes $1,700 on it. They are raking her through the coals in payments. But you know what the thing is with those payday loans? In fairness, okay? I'm trying to justify it a little bit from the other perspective here. They take a huge risk when they give you an unsecured line of credit with a high likelihood that you'll never pay them back, or you're settling for pennies on the dollar. They take a big risk, and that's why they have to charge these huge interest rates. Does it make it a good deal? No. But it doesn't also mean that, every deal with payday loans is working out on their end.
And you hold on, I'm going to put you through Financial Peace University too. Get a community in your life where you can walk through this and get it done. You got this, kid. You can do it.
Yeah, see, I have a feeling she's going to get it done. I would love to have a follow-up of some of these most viewed ever calls and just see what ended up happening in the months and years after the call happened and how Dave changed their life, or maybe nothing changed at all. That also brings me to this video here. It's titled $100,000 in debt, only making $35,000 a year. So this time it's also from a few years ago, and this is like the real true Dave Ramsey, as you're about to see.
I co-signed for a car when I was 18, and that's $20,000, and the car got repoed, and I have some stuff for school that wasn't covered by student loans, some medical things, and just kind of like all small things that add up. I have no credit cards whatsoever.
Those other small things add up to $30,000?
Oh man, a whole bunch of other small things that just equates to a small amount of a tiny $100,000, especially the car that gets repoed for $20,000.
And what's your degree in?
I did not get to finish due to having kids. So I want to go back, but now I want to be able to like pay for it instead of taking out more student loans.
Oh, man, see, that sucks. Imagine going through college, taking out student loans, taking out personal loans to cover yourself while you're not making money getting the college degree, to have kids, to then not go to college and not finish and still be in the debt. That's just a terrible situation to be in.
I was debating if I should file bankruptcy due to the massive amount of my loan and then the fact I only make $32,000 to $35,000 because one of the debts that I owe are attempting garnishment and it'll take 25% of my take-home pay.
See, here's the thing. It seems as though bankruptcy is thrown around as like this get-out-of-jail-free card. It's like, if things get so bad, I'll just file bankruptcy and then everything is going to go away. It's like, it's not that at all. I declare bankruptcy and it's done. It's not how it works at all. So I tend to agree with Dave. There's also the moral issue of like, hey, if you take out the debt, you should be responsible to pay it back. You can't just say like, oh, bankruptcy it and then I'll be done. So I tend to agree with Dave. Usually it's better in most cases. I'm sure there's plenty of examples there where it does make sense. Go through bankruptcy. It's just too insurmountable. Like, Dave filed for bankruptcy. So there's definitely situations, but I just don't want it to be like this safety net where it's like, oh, I can do whatever I want, and then just claim bankruptcy if it doesn't work out. I guess that's what more so gets me is like, it's not a safety net. It should be in extreme cases where it's absolutely necessary, where it makes sense. And I know there are cases out there where it does, but not as so much of just like that'll be my out then.
If you make too much money, your income indicates you can pay your debts, then they put you into a Chapter 13, which is a payment plan, not a Chapter 7. You probably will qualify for a Chapter 7, which would wipe everything else off except those 2 student loans.
Yeah, that's a great point too. It's like, you can't just say like, oh, I don't want to pay the debts even though I'm making good money. It's too much for me. They want to see that at least you could make an effort to pay back some of it. So maybe sometimes they discharge a little bit, they work out a payment plan. I'm sure there are plenty of options out there.
When we solve your overall problem is when we solve your career problem. You have an income problem. Agreed?
Yeah, the sad thing is for my area, I'm actually doing pretty well off.
No, you're not.
The only other jobs.
No, you're not. It sucks.
I like the honesty there. It's like, yeah, when you compare yourself to, all the other buddies, yeah, you might not be doing that well. But when you look at the median or the average income overall for different industries, it could be better.
If I had $50,000 a year coming in extra above what you got coming in now, I can solve this entire thing in under 2 years. And you're not bankrupt.
See, a lot of it really just comes down to working smarter, switching careers. Again, a dual income helps a lot. There's so many solutions when it comes to making more money. At the very basics, it's just putting in more time. Beyond that, it's then switching careers. It's like a game of Monopoly. It's like you look and you say, well, what's the best move that I can make? I got this money. What should I do with it? How can I best spend my resources right now? And when you have nothing, your money is really your time. That's the best asset you could ever have. And then once you get busy enough, you can start to be a little bit more selective.
I want you and your wife to put the kids to bed early tonight, turn off everything in the house, get a little cup of hot chocolate, and sit and dream again like you used to when you were 17 or 18 of what you want to be when you grow up that pays $70,000 a year.
Oh, man. I mean, even to me, that kind of sounds like fun right now. It's like, hey, honey, let's not watch Netflix tonight, even though Money Heist is a fantastic show. Let's get out the hot chocolate and daydream for a bit, or night dream. Actually sounds like it's a lot of fun. How about this, guys? You could do this as well. Just sit and think about what you really want out of life, what you would be most happy doing. Get some hot chocolate, okay? Or some coffee. That works too. And really think through a plan of where you want to be in the next 10 years and how you could get there. Map it out. Just have fun with it. Like, this should be just a fun exercise. I'm all on board with this. Let me know what you guys think of this, by the way, down below in the comment section. I'll do my best to read as many comments as possible. Make sure also to subscribe, hit the like button. Feel free to add me on Snapchat and Instagram. And don't forget that you can also get some free stocks down below in the description when you make a deposit, because we got a paid affiliate link and that could be worth all the way up to a few $1,000s for a few minutes of work. So enjoy. Thank you so much, and until next time.